Alright, welcome back. This is the events page. So we're going to copy and paste all of the about HTML. We're going to do a new page, paste, and save. And this is going to be events. And we're just going to take everything out that we're not going to use. So let's just go all the way up here. We're not going to use you, not going to use you. We're going to use you. There we go. Add container. Okay. So we got our about here. Do we have a special event? I think it's the same thing. Is it? Is it a different picture? Yeah, it's definitely a different picture. I think it's definitely a different picture. Okay. Let's grab this guy, download JPEG. Or actually, no. Because I'm going to make this like a parallax image. So I'm going to need some extra space around it. Alright, now let's export that. Let's get rid of that little thing on the edge there. That's going to be about. Where is it at? There it is. And Phmta. Events. And we're going to do a special mobile crop. Save. Cool. And we're going to undo everything I did. There we go. Now let's just see how big that is. 848. Let's shrink that. Just a little more. There. What did I call it? Dang it. Okay, events landing, blah, blah. And there it is. No, it's not. That's about. And there it is. Alright, so we got about. So this is what we're working with. It's we're at 0 of nothing. So there is, let's see, go up here. It's going to be events. I make another one, another CSS sheet. So we're going to do a new save events.let's. And now we have to compile it. Refresh, there's events, auto prefix. Cool. And we're going to take about, and we're going to steal the landing and content. There we go. Nice, reusable modular code. Alright. Let's get to the meat of it. Grab you. view, and we're off to the races. So let's get our HTML out of the way. So we got our container. We got our topper. It's going to be our h2 content, h2 events, wherever you are, and after top section, group, and we're going to have left section. It's going to have our h2 or h3. Okay, and then our dot right section, that's going to have this. So we're just going to make this a whole bunch of times. So dot event, and I'm going to steal this from over here. I'll just grab the event from here. Events. And I should do event. Let's see if that does anything. Well, let me grab an event. I'll just grab this format. Oh shoot! What? That's right, because when you click it, things happen. So we'll just click. We'll just take this whole thing. Here's the event. There it is. So all I gotta do is just copy it. We got one here. That's one group. Just making it easier to see where the group starts and ends. Two. And you're gonna have two events. Oh boy. And group 4. Get all the different groups. Okay, we got March. April. And June. Okay, so we pretty much got everything all set up. Now, let's see. The only difference is we have this. No box shadow. I think that's it. Right. Okay, so let's just get into it now. So in 320, 20. Rid of the events. Top section. P. Bottom. Top section. Line center. Okay, we got event. Then we got top left section. It says 24. Height 6. Text line center. Margin bottom. 24 again. Okay. And it looks okie dokie to me. I remember the P max width of 600 ATM and a margin auto to center it. Now when we go bigger, it stays right about there. And I think right about now it's 700. Let's say 700. At 700. Dot group. Dot right section. We're going to make them display clicks. Center. And event. I'm gonna get rid of this margin. Fix that last type. Margin bottom. Okay. So now let's make them all have like a margin of 20. And each group, margin bottom of 75. All right. And padding top 99. See top and bottom like that. And 1024. I think we'll keep it. I think 1200. I think that's where we have the space to start doing these things. So at 1200, I'm going to remove this one. 1200. Now we're in the top section. Display flex. Just space between line items. Let's start. And that's going to be my P. Width of 1%. width of 861. And our container is 1580. This also has a margin on it. Margin 0. And then our dot content h2 margin 0 as well. Space between and around. Okay, so there you guys go. And now dot right section. Let me see. Actually, we don't have a right section. There's that. Tricky part is getting it to do this. It could. Okay, I think I know I'm going to do this. I'm going to make these have a width. Start here, and it's going to go here. Width of 710. We're going to flex, in order to justify content, flex start. So I'm going to push everything to the left. And then our events will just have a margin right of 27. That's how this will be done. So these, the H3s, the left section, H3, so inside the group, width is going to be 710. And 24 M. Alright, and then we are going to justify content. Start. There's the line. See that? I got that. Now we remove the margin on these guys. So event margin right 27. And then the top 120. So top section, margin bottom, margin 20. And there we go. There you have it. Now they are properly aligned, except we gotta text align the events. Oops. There we go. And these guys are just going to push. See, this has to be, I mean, this is suffering from the same problem. I have to set the font size. And there we go. So there you have it. And it looks like we have more room over here if we need a third event. But that's it. Well, that worked pretty fast. So it's just understanding how to use Flexbox to get what you want. So like if I'm looking at this and you saw what I was trying to do before, I was trying to space between the left and right, but I needed this to be aligned on the left side, and these weren't allowing me to do it. So if you just look at your box, I mean, you can just give this a width of whatever you need to push things away, and then just throw everything to the left and just push everything up. That's creative thinking. So it's thinking outside the box. It's because outside the box is called the flex box. That's a good example of creative flexboxing. So I'm just trying to examine and see if I can explain anything else that was in my thought process. But yeah, so just look at everything as a flexbox, whether you can align it left or align it to the end and just push things away. And remember too, when you do a margin, if you have to push things, like what we could do is we could even if we could push these guys to the left, we can flex justify content, flex end, and push everything to the end. And if we have this and we added margin right auto, it'll just push away from everybody and get shoved over here. So that's how you can have like things aligned over here and have one thing aligned over here. It's just different ways of positioning. But so yeah, that's it for that. That's an easy one. Oh yeah, we gotta do our modals. Coolly. All right, I think I'll do a modal, and then thing is, each one is gonna have to have an individual modal, and that'll involve some JavaScript because we have to add an event listener that checks for a click. So we're gonna have to have individual event listeners for all of these because that's the only way I know how to do it is to do individual ones. Okay, so this got a little bit more complicated. It's 12:30 right now. I think I've done enough for the day. We'll I'll catch up with this tomorrow, and then we'll finish the contact page, and then I'm gonna rip through the other certification pages and stuff, and just wrap this sucker up. I gotta wrap this. I gotta wrap a couple others. But overall, this wasn't too bad. I think I'm only a few hours into this, maybe a day. And this is an easy one. So we'll get all that done. The contact page is going to be easy peasy, and yeah, we can call this one in the books. So I'll be right back. I'm not doing new videos. This is just going to be a quick cut. So I'll be right back. For me, it'll be like 8 hours, but for you, it'll be 2 seconds. So. Okay, after having a night to sleep on it and think about it, I am not going to do the modal because there could be any number of events that they have, and for every new event, I'll have to add more JavaScript to target it and add more markup to the page for the modal to pop up. And for maintaining and building wise, it's just cleaner because I guess my JavaScript skills are not advanced enough to be able to do that, programmatically with loops or whatever, or just being able to do it cleanly. So, I mean, for the sake of editing and building this thing, I'm just going to make each event. They're just going to go to a different page. They're going to go to their own page. And that'll be easier to do, I think. So, and then when they're done, yeah, when they're done, if I have to delete a page, you don't want to do that because of 404s. And so all I'd have to do is just add a redirect. So when I delete an event, I just go to my redirects, and whatever that event page was, I just redirect it back to the events page. So I think that's what I'll do. It'll just be easier to build that way. I don't think we need to do modals, because that just ends up being too much work and maintenance, because I also have to maintain this website. And these will be changing a lot. So with that, let's just make an events page that just has this, right? It just has this information. So we're just going to copy and paste this. We're going to save, and we're going to call this our event template. And we don't want this to be crawled, so what is it? What did I add in there? Blog search and new X. That's what I want. Okay, so prevent most search engine web crawlers. Oh, great. All right, the light's calling me. Hold on. All right, I'm back. So prevent most search engine web crawlers from indexing your page on your site. Place this in the head to prevent only Google web crawlers. Okay, so we just got to put this in the head. I don't want this index. This is my template. Boom. Okay. Now, so we're going to keep our landing. We're going to remove everything else. Event. So I'm just basically going to recreate this format here. So we're going to have section, this tag, what do I call it? I already have an event ID somewhere else. Event detail. Okay. Now we're going to have a span content date. And we're going to have H2. And I think these are all just going to be just regular text, honestly. So I don't even think I don't need to style them very uniquely. So I'll just have them as spans. just going to be styled the same. That's pretty easy. I think I gotta put breaks. Chapter online. March 7th. And it's regular P's. Let's do a little reformatting. And last one. Now, I think they don't need to register for these. Or do they? Let's have like a solid. Register now. Okay, and I have details in CSS, so that means we got to create one. Details. Let's spell off details.s. Okay, and we gotta go to here, refresh, event details, compile. And so our about, let's grab our landing, event details. So at least we got our landing here. Open you up. So there's that. And what I need to do honestly, I don't even think I'm going to need more than one. Width of 86%, max width of 700 by 20M, version auto. All right, see, it already kind of creates itself, right? I was wondering why that didn't. There we go. Okay, and dot date. So just put block. Primary. Text transform uppercase. That's uppercase. Letter spacing. And height 32 divided by 14. Font size 14 by 20. Cool. And then we got our H3, our H2. Font size 35. Line 32 divided by 35. Oops, no, I want to add a comment. Margin bottom 54. 35, not 55. Okay, add a margin bottom to our breaks. That doesn't fucking work. Okay. I mean, I gotta do two of them. So P and span display block, so they jump to their line. Anyway, I didn't need to. My P's. Solid. Okay, and then let's say at 48M, which is tablet at 768. And details padding. 150. Divide by 20M. Top and bottom, left and right 0. Let's just do 100. There we go. That's the event. Yeah, that's our event page. We're done. So that's it for events. And then next up, we're going to build the simple contact page with that. That's going to be our contact page. That should be pretty easy to put together. So I will see you guys in the contact video. So yeah, this went by a lot faster than trying to do the modals. So it's just seemed like it would just work easier this way. I'm trying to simplify the process here and think about long-term like editing and changing things, and it's just easier to have them living on their own pages. So that's it. All right, so I'll see you guys in the next video.